Aloha, Wolf. Yes, I think that if you look at some of the conversations that have happened during the summit and the president's speech that we heard just a few minutes ago, still I think it is a diversion from where we need to be focused. If you look at this broad focus on countering violent extremism, which is very hard to define, it's a diversion away from the actual threat coming from this radical Islamic ideology that exists not only for the United States, but really around the world. And I think one of the things that is important to note is that the administration is misidentifying the enemy and their motivation by saying that they're motivated out of materialistic aspirations, that they're motivated out of poverty, of a lack of jobs or education or opportunity. And as a result, the courses of action that the administration is proposing are also materialistic in nature, saying that, well, if we just go and alleviate poverty, if we go and create jobs and increase opportunity and institute this Western style of democracy, that somehow this is going to solve the problem, when really that's not the case. We can look to the past and see many different examples of where this has occurred, whether you look at Libya, you look at Egypt, you look at what's being proposed with Syria. In each of these different instances, a dictator has been removed. There has been an attempt to institute a Western-style democracy, and in each of these cases, ISIS and Islamic extremists are more powerful and presenting a greater threat than they did before. So that's why it's so important that we recognize that these people are being motivated from different parts of the world by a spiritual or a theological motivation, which is this radical Islamic ideology.
I know it's not easy for you, a fellow Democrat, to criticize as strongly as you have criticized the president for refusing to use those words. But what do you think the president now needs to do? He's given a speech. He's going to give another speech before this summit meeting, countering violent extremism tomorrow morning. But to follow up, what do you want him to do to crush ISIS and these other terror groups? And I ask you as a veteran of the U.S. military who served in Iraq.
Well, you know, Wolf, the way that I look at this is from a strategic standpoint, and this is why I feel so strongly that it's important for the president, important for the White House and the administration, the leaders in Congress as well in both parties, to recognize that we've got to learn from the mistakes of the past in order to effectively defeat this enemy that's threatening us and threatening the safety of the American people. And the first step that must come to do in order to do that is identifying and understanding who they are and what's driving them and executing a simultaneous military and ideological strategy to defeat them. If we don't do that, then we're going to continue to find ourselves in this endless cycle, just as we've seen has occurred in the past over and over again.